Hey Gav, it is Wednesday the 24th of November and I pulled an all-nighter last night, so that was fun. I've been animating for the kids show that I'm doing, as well as puppets. There's animation, there's all kinds of things going on. It's keeping me very, very busy, so I'm going to keep this one brief. To answer your question from yesterday, or whenever that actually went up, directing an impro is an interesting question because for me, it comes down to purpose, and this is something that, particularly in improv, a lot of people don't think about. What's the purpose of the show? Now, most people would say, "Oh, it's to be entertaining," and that's a good purpose, obviously, and that's fine. But I think you have to dig deeper than that. Is it to be entertaining to people who know improv? Is it to be entertaining to the random person on the street? Is it to be entertaining? There's more than one way of being entertaining, and it's a line between being entertaining to people who know improv and being entertaining to people who have never seen an impro in their life. And on that end of the scale, people who've never seen improv, if you're entertaining for them, you can do fart jokes and you can block every line and they'll find it hilarious because they've never seen it before. People who have seen years and years of improv, they are not going to be interested in that. They're there to see good improv. And good improv doesn't always mean a good show, so it depends on which end of the scale you're aiming for to begin with. Then, as well as that, there's a fact that if you've got someone directing from the side of stage, is that what's the point? Is it to improve the scenes? Is the direction itself meant to be entertaining? I found a lot of the time the direction isn't entertaining. I mean, honestly, unless you're a mad keen improvisation fan, you're sitting there going, "Why is this person talking to the people on stage?" And it's off-putting. It detracts from the scenes. Whereas direction can actually add to the scene. I did a show in Canberra where we directed. I was one of the hosts, and the host also directed the show, and that meant that we got to mess with them. Am I flashing different colours every time I move my hand? That's really weird. And so I don't know what. Oh, it's trying to white balance. I think it's freaking out a bit. So what you can do is you can have the direction be entertaining, and in that you can have the direction block, you can have the direction follow improvisation techniques. And so there's more than one way of doing directions. So for me personally, I think direction works best in a rehearsal environment. If you've got a director of the show, then in rehearsal you can add notes live to scenes and go from the beginning and stuff like that. And that way the improvisers get an idea of what you want from the scenes. So that for me is the main purpose of direction improvisation, to tell the actors what you're looking for in the scenes. So on stage, I don't think it works, unless, again, it depends on your purpose. Personally, I wouldn't have direction on stage, unless it was like in the one that Impro Mafia did, the Hotel Sorrento? No, that's a play. Prognosis Death. In Prognosis Death, they had the narrator directing, and that was really effective because he'd play with them, he'd say, "Later, in this place," and the actors, like, halfway through the scene, would be like, "Oh, okay, we're done," and they'd run off and you'd laugh a lot. So that is actually a form of direction. It's just that the director is a character in that well, not a character, it's the narrator. So that's one way of really effectively doing direction while being entertaining and aiming it towards a non-improvisational audience. It depends on your purpose. As a rule, I would not have a director unless it was entertaining, because I think the main purpose of improv should be to be entertaining to a broad section of people. I aim for this section here, not people who've never seen improv, not people who have seen so much improv that they're sick of it. I'm flashing different colours. If this doesn't come up flashing different colours, it just looks like I'm going to be weirdly moving my arm and talking about flashing. Anyway, that's almost 4 minutes. So that's my thoughts on direction of improvisation. Gav, I hope you have a fantastic birthday tomorrow. You'll see me probably, I don't know, Sunday. Like, I've got the whole weekend to make my weekend video. And I've got a lot to do still, so I'm going to go do that. Love you, bye.